Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. MashaAllah. Thank you so much everyone for joining. Truly appreciate your valuable time. And I am sure and confident you must be thinking, what am I doing here, right? Yeah, I had come last time, right? Do you remember me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, how many of you were in my class? Raise your hand. Okay, fantastic. So tell me, what was the core theme of the last session? Do you remember? Now, who is a teacher? That was the main topic. T stands for? T stands for? Teacher. Who is a teacher? You forgot? More responses, please. You attended my session. I hope you remember the content. Right? Yes, no? I want you to interact with me. I'm not here to teach. I am here to facilitate. Why am I here? I'm here to facilitate. Right? And I did leave a very impactful message last time. Teacher is none but a transformer. Who is a teacher? Teacher is a transformer who transforms the lives of students. For what? You transform the lives of students, of course, in a way that they become the best version of themselves in whatever they do. Do you agree? That was the main theme of the last training session. So today I am going to talk about two different topics, and I'm going to help you enhance your teaching and learning methods. Number one. Number two, we will also look at different aspects on the student-centric development. So you deal with the students every single day, every single time, with different types of students, right? Visual learners, kinesthetic learners, auditory learners, and zero learners. Agree? Yeah. So how can you apply your technique strategies to help develop the learning outcomes, help develop the learning strategies, and help them achieve fantastic results in everything they do? Are you with me? Yes? Shall we start?
Yes.
Okay. Now I will take a pause. The first time when I came here, what was your reaction? Be honest. What was your reaction? When I entered the classroom for the first time, and when I started, talking about the session, what was your reaction? I could see the reactions, right? And now be honest, what was your reaction? And please share your feedback.
We have attended your last session. You are so high volume.
Yeah.
Why the sir is speaking very slow? He is not reading well.
Okay.
We need to ask something we need to do or not.
Okay.
What are you saying?
Fair enough. Any other thoughts?
Energy was very low.
Energy was very low. Okay, fine. Anything else?
You are not interested.
I was not interested at all, as if ma'am has forced me to come here and then deliver the training session, right? Number three. Number four. Did you feel bored?
As soon as you entered the class, we felt you are not irritated.
Yeah. So, yeah, like I am carrying the burden from the home. Like my wife has, maybe kind of punished me, my kids have punished me, and I'm really not interested. I'm, for the sake of coming to the school, for the sake of coming to the institution and delivering a training session. That's the kind of an impression you got. What else?
First impression itself like this, how can we sit?
Exactly. यार फर्स्ट इंप्रेशन देखो यार इतना बोरिंग ट्रेनर है अभी हम 2 घंटे कैसे यहाँ पे बिताएंगे यू हैड दैट इंप्रेशन राइट व्हाट एल्स पहले कब होता है कि सेशन ये पहले भाग जाना यहाँ से कई को तभी हमारा सेशन था ये सारे थॉट्स है नहीं इन द फ्रैक्शन ऑफ सेकेंड्स यू had all these thoughts coming in your mind. Agree? Yes? Alright. Now let's talk about the second session. When I entered the second time, like when I greeted, kya ho gaya? Ma'am was like, dar gaya no to. Right? So now tell me what was the reaction when I started my training second time?
I think I didn't hear your voice.
Yeah? What else?
Something you wanted to tell us, only you are speaking very low initially.
You didn't know that?
I didn't know that, but I understood after the second step.
Okay. Then you realized, alright, so he's playing a game.
Yes.
Right? It's a trick. What else?
So when we enter the classroom, we will say we are not saying anything, we are simply coming in, it will not work out.
Yeah.
When enter itself, we have to show our emphasis.
I totally agree. But what was your impression? I know you are learning from this, right? You're learning from the discussion. But what was your initial impression of the second session compared to the first session?
Ma'am said to do some homework about this topic.
Huh.
Okay, but you are asking about the last session. My mind went to that last session. What
ठीक है.
was talking on that day?
Okay. Fair enough. Ma'am, first benchers.
Last session I was not there.
You were not there. So please forgive me. Don't ask me anything. Okay. What else? Ma'am, we'll divide this class into two groups. Okay. Hayya ala salah, hayya ala falah. Yeah? Fine? Okay. Group Hayya ala salah. Yes.
So we were not there, sir.
You were not there. But you are here. Now you saw, right? What is your reaction when I started my training session second time?
We learned today something new.
Oh, all right. So I think there is something coming up. Very interesting, right? So you had all these thoughts. Now let's talk about you. I am here to talk about you and only you. It's not about me. It's not about the training. It's all about you and only you. I, me, myself. Right? You are a teacher.
Yes.
Agree?
Yes.
Any doubt? I am here to help you change the role from a teacher to a facilitator. There is a huge difference between a teacher and a facilitator. Of course, you are the real transformer who transforms the lives of the students to help them become the best version of themselves in everything they do. In their studies, maybe discipline, maybe behavior, maybe attitude, and so on. Right? Yeah? Agree? All right. So, shall we get started?
Yes.
Are you with me?
Yes.
I need 100% cooperation. I want you to talk to me. I want you to interact with me. Now, let me talk about you. When you enter your classroom, how does your class students feel? Like the first training session or the second training session? Are you sure?
Yes.
Are you confident?
Yes.
100%?
Yes.
Lock कर दिया जाए?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, answer right. तो कुछ reward नहीं मिलेगा, but of course, see, you have to touch your heart and you have to believe in yourself, right? And you have to become the favorite teacher of the students.
Yes, sir.
ये students wait करना कि हमारे teacher कब आती, कब आकर हमने teacher पढ़ाती. If you really want to become the favorite teacher of a student, there are few things that you have to do, right? Of course, all the good things only. All the good things only, right? So I will kickstart my training session with the first topic, that is teaching and learning enhancement. Now, let me ask a basic question and then we will continue from there. Tell me the difference between a teacher and a facilitator. Who is a teacher?
Yes, please.
Yeah. So, of course, what is the outcome of a teaching? What does a teacher do? Teacher come, take the textbook, there is a syllabus, you start the chapter, and then finally you give some assignment and then you leave. So what is the actual outcome of the teaching?
We create the clear roadmap for
You don't have to stand, ma'am, please. Never do that. Yeah, you are teachers, you are the nation builders. Aram se relax. I'm nobody. I'm only a trainer. I'm here to change the way you think, right? A teacher is someone.
who create the clear roadmap for the children.
Okay, fantastic. Now, what is the outcome of teaching? You are a teacher.
The child has to understand what I taught him.
Okay, so you are, can I say you are imparting knowledge?
Yes.
You are sharing knowledge with the students. Yeah. Remember, knowledge is powerful. Yeah. Knowledge is powerful. Application of knowledge is superpower. Application of knowledge is super powerful. Now, are you sharing knowledge? That's it. In majority of the cases, that is what happens. You come, you teach the lesson, you give some assignment, and then done. And students, they work hard, they try to pass or score or maybe out of out, whatever is the case. That's what they do. That's their choice, right? And as a teacher, you try and target to complete the syllabus. Agree? Yeah? Now, who is a facilitator? Who is a facilitator? Who inspire children? Huh?
Influence their life and
Influence, okay. Motivate,
motivate.
okay. What else?
Who can see all the aspects of the child, not only
Okay, okay, fantastic. What else? Okay, like give out of what marks, and then progress. Okay, try to change the behavior. Like come.
learning style has to be learning, and also
Okay.
and encourage them to participate in other activity also apart from teaching.
That is what I was looking for. A facilitator doesn't impart knowledge, doesn't share only knowledge. He finds different ways, methods, strategies to share knowledge. And the facilitator makes the students a learner. There is a difference between a student and a learner. There is a difference between a teacher and a facilitator. Now you have to wear a different hat from tomorrow. Tomorrow is a holiday, right? From Monday you wear a different hat, and that hat is a replacement to the teacher's hat, and that is the facilitator's hat, right? Yeah, agree? Okay, fine. And difference between a student and a learner? Student goes to an institution to gain knowledge, and the choice is there to apply or no application, right? A learner is someone who doesn't only gains knowledge but also believes strongly in the application of the knowledge. Now you as a teacher, you have to help the students to not only gain knowledge but also help them with application of knowledge. When the real application of knowledge happens, that's when the real results come in the life. Agree? Is it advanced or am I talking basics? Are you sure? No, this is basics. What I'm saying is very, very basic, right? And you have to see, you have to have a purpose in your life. You need to have a target goal in your life. Yeah, so you need to know, because you are the second mother of students, right? The first mother is at home, who is busy in her life, who is trying to make a home, right? And then make a family, make it beautiful, make it fantastic, amazing, and then she has a dream, she has a goal as well. Likewise, now the students come to the institution and they spend too much of time here. How much time? At least 8 hours. At least 8 hours, and the parents believe in you, the management believes in you, the principal believes in you. Agree? Yes. And most importantly, the students believe in you. And if you break that belief of parents, management, principal, and most importantly, your family members believe in you that yes, my daughter-in-law, my wife, my sister is going to the institution, inshallah she is going to be the change maker in the society. Right? You need to have that mindset. You are the change makers of the society. You are the nation builders. Who are you? Nation builders. And the choice is yours. You want to come, just teach what you want to teach and go, or you want to come and change the lives of the students. The choice is yours. Agree? Now tell me, why are you coming to the institution? First you need to change yourself. If you don't change yourself, you cannot change the lives of students, because the students know what you are thinking. The students know how you are thinking. The students can see how disciplined you are. The students can see how you are behaving, right? And the students can see your attire. The students can see how you speak. The students can see how you look. The students can see how you're dealing with the students. The students can see your attitude.
Actually, we are the role models for them.
No doubt. You are the real role models after parents. Parents are the first role models. Mom is the first teacher on the planet for any kid. Dad is the first hero, role model, right, of the kid. And teachers are the actual role models who are imparting knowledge, who are making the students disciplined, who are trying to change the way they think, who are giving a purpose in their life. You become a doctor, beta. You become a doctor, Betty. But you become the best doctor of the country. Can't you tell that? Who is stopping you? Is management stopping you? Is the principal stopping you? No. Okay, I'm getting only 20,000 salary. I will tell, beta, you want to become a doctor, very good doctor in this locality only. If management gives me 50,000 salary, then I will say, beta, you want to become the best doctor in the Karnataka state. If management gives me 1 lakh rupees, then I will say, beta, you have to become best doctor in the country. Is this something happening? No. There is nothing. It is not connected to the rewards the institution is giving. The rewards, the real rewards is what you get in the akhirah. Agree?
Yes.
Yeah? Now, you need to have a purpose. You need to have a target in your life. You need to tell the students, whatever you do, beta, you do good only. That benefits you, that benefits parents, that benefits your siblings, brothers, sisters, your cousins, your family members, your khandan, the society, the community, the neighbors, the entire nation, and the entire world. You do anything that only benefits everyone, including animals, including nature, including anything and everything, right? You need to instill, you need to tell the kids that you need to change the way you think. Unless you don't do that, they'll come like, they get up, come, okay, tata, bye-bye. This is the attitude of our community students. And you need to change that attitude. You need to change the way they think. Unless you don't set a target, set a purpose in their life, they will not think. They khaye biryani, mast enjoy kare, gosh khaye. Nah, this is not who we are. Khana bhi zaruri hai, पीना भी जरूरी है, लाइफ बनाना उससे ज्यादा जरूरी है. हमारी दो दुनिया है, दुनिया ये आखिरत की दुनिया, ये दो दुनिया में भी हमें मेहनत पड़ना है, right? And ultimately you can be the change makers if you want to. If you don't want to, you can't change yourself.
Sir, excuse me. And most important, that teaching is only the profession who teach all of the profession. Without teachers, nothing can happen.
Exactly.
Being a doctor, being an engineer,
Very
anything you are. Only the teacher should teach them. Other
Absolutely.
profession is not like that.
No profession can make a teacher. Teachers are the only ones who can create the professions. Today, I'm a manager in one of the multinational companies. Right? I'm a trainer, I'm a coach, I'm a motivator, and I'm an influencer. Whatever I am, it's only because of my parents and teachers, nobody else. And of course, Almighty Allah is there. Without Him, I cannot do anything. I cannot even blink without His permission. But number one, credit goes to Him and only Him, then parents, then teachers, nobody else. And the credit has to be given, of course, equally to everyone. Agree? Yeah? So let's go ahead and start teaching and learning enhancement. Now, I'm sure and confident you have different methods, different strategies, different techniques when it comes to teaching in the classroom. And of course, enhancing that learning experience within the classroom. Agree?
Yes.
And I'm sure you have, at least you have one of the best practices, ma'am. You have one of the best practices. Each and everyone here who are seated right now, you have at least one best practice. That is something you can share with everyone. Now, I see almost like 20 plus teachers here from nursery until, the high school teachers, right, who have been part of that. And you look the discipline, you observe the behavior of the students, and then you just have to think, all right, so this kid is reacting or responding. There are two things. One is you can either react or you can respond. Those students who are responding, you can try to capture some notes, right? And those students who are reacting, try to understand their behavior. There are multiple factors, and it's not that easy job. You need to spend some quality time to understand the behavior, the actual behavior, discipline of the students. It can come from the family. It can come from the environment they are. It can come from the friend circle. It entirely depends on the environment they are surrounded with. Now here they spend maximum at least 1/3 of time in a single day, and it's your responsibility to create that environment for the students. It has to be a positive environment. In order to create that positive environment, you really have to be a positive person. Always cheerful, always smiling, always welcoming, always talking to the kids, treating them as if they are your friends. Kids, how do you treat with your own kids? Of course, that's a different story. You do whatever you want because you also are worried about your own kids, right? But ultimately, the moment you start communicating properly with the students, the moment you start collaborating with the students, the moment you start, demonstrating your own attitude, positive outlook, cheerful, energetic, happy, excited, and and the students will start observing, because you're the real role models. See, I was also a student, you were also a student, and I'm sure if I ask this question, who was the best teacher in your school, you will have at least one best teacher. Even today, if I remember, I can think of my best teacher. And that best teacher has influenced me to become the best version of myself. I'm sure there was some contribution in my life, right? Agree? Yeah? So let's have a look at this. Now tell me, what is the purpose of teaching?
To change the life of the students.
The purpose of the teaching is to change the lives of students.
To learn something.
Okay. What else? Okay, let me reframe the question. Ma'am, what is your purpose of teaching?
Make them to learn new things.
Okay, fair enough. Now, what have you taught apart from the textbook? This is a question. Of course, this is a question. I'm sure you must have taught so many things to the kids apart from the academic syllabus, right? It can be discipline, it can be the way they communicate, maybe you create the environment to collaborate with each other, and maybe you give the assignments, and we'll see so many other practical activities where maybe you're already doing, some of you may be not doing that, but I'm sure and confident if you can create that kind of a environment within the classroom or within the institution, I am sure and confident the level of learning will only enhance, and you will only create the positive students who think positively, who are always happy, who are always cheerful, right? Please be mindful that we have two states of mind. Two states of mind. Mind is a beautiful machine within our body. It is a thought generating machine. Every single day, every single human will have at least 60 to 80,000 thoughts. How many thoughts? 60 to 80,000 thoughts that generates in our thinking machine. That's mind. It's like a software. Our brain is the hardware, right? If our software is good, the hardware functions accordingly, because the mind is the only thing that sends signals to the brain, and the brain sends signals to the every parts of the body. Agree? So we need to give those positive thoughts. When you start the session, you have some positive affirmations with you, maybe 10 affirmations, and start teaching those affirmations. It hardly takes 1 minute or 2 minutes in the classroom. You say, I am good, I am happy, I am excited, I am beautiful, I am amazing, I am smart, I am energetic, I am awesome. Enough. How much time did it take? 30 seconds? Tell them, hey students, repeat after me. They say, oh, what is happening? Oh, okay, all right. Tell, I am happy. Students, oh my God, I am happy. Right? I am excited. Even though the kids are like, they'll wake up. Hey, what is happening? You are giving those positive thoughts to the mind, and you know what? The mind is sending signals to the brain, and the body is active. And it's changing the behavior, changing the way it behaves, right? It's very important. Yeah, always tell the students to put their spine straight, because the moment the spine is straight, the brain starts functioning better and the thinking starts functioning better. Yeah, and what else can we do? See, the ultimate purpose of teaching is to impart knowledge, of course, no doubt about it, but how you impart knowledge is important. What you impart, what kind of knowledge you impart, how you impart, and most importantly, why are you sharing the knowledge? You have to tell the students. See, what kind of knowledge you are sharing, you know that. Even the students know that. How you are sharing the knowledge, you know, the students also know, right? Why are you sharing the knowledge? Nobody is telling to the students. If I ask you the question, why are you sharing the knowledge, ma'am?
For overall development.
What is your subject, ma'am?
My English.
English, okay. Why are you teaching English?
But English is the most important language, what I feel.
You feel, but the students feel?
Yes.
Okay.
Without knowing English, I don't think so. Especially in the place like Bangalore, you cannot survive if
Okay.
you don't know the local language of that place.
Okay, if I am your student,
Yeah.
okay, I'll tell, ma'am, English is not important language. Because in Germany they don't speak English, in Spain they don't speak English, in China, ma'am, it's a highly populated country. No, they don't speak English. I don't feel English is the important language. Why are you saying that? I can tell. I'm a student. I can tell, right?
If you learn the English, then other languages also you are able to learn them.
Okay. I mean, you have to justify that. I'm only telling, right? So now you tell me why English is important. The students need to know. Ma'am, you are teaching mathematics?
I'm teaching mathematics.
Mathematics. You need to tell the students why mathematics is important in their life.
Mathematics, we cannot do daily basic calculations in our life. We cannot go to the market and how to get the, they will cheat you.
Okay, fair enough.
The importance they must know. If we know the English, then only other subjects also you can learn, other
Okay.
knowledges you can gain.
Fair
It's
enough.
Not for go to other countries.
Hmm.
We need to know the language.
Okay.
If you know English properly, then only you can understand math, science, social,
Okay.
whatever it is.
Okay, fair enough. We are talking basics.
Yeah.
But are we connecting that subject to the personal life?
Yes.
How are we connecting that language to the personal life? Subject.
So I explained about the skeletal system.
Huh.
I wanted to know about the real thing, what is going on in your body and
Huh.
in the environment.
Okay.
So like this, it is very useful.
Okay, fair enough. Any other subjects? Kannada? Ma'am, why are you teaching Kannada? Okay, Kannada can be learned even in America. No big deal. Yes? Can't we learn Kannada in America?
Subject along with it.
Yeah. So you are teaching Kannada and you have to tell the importance of Kannada. Does students know? They are like, oh, they ignore Kannada, especially our community students. They ignore Kannada because they don't feel it's useful, important in life. But ultimately, it's very, 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 very important.
If you are going outside when we are dealing the normal people without Kannada, we cannot speak with them. What we understand
To
is-
some extent,
Yes.
to some extent, if you meet, people from North India, they speak Hindi only. You cannot, communicate with them in Kannada, the regional language. And it's the case everywhere, right? Until unless you don't tell why you need to learn the subject. Why is the big question. You are answering to the small why question. You are answering to the small why. Now, your why should be big why. Why you need to learn this language.
एक जरूरी बात है जैसे कि अगर बाहर नॉर्थ साइड जाते हैं तो बोर्ड से पढ़ना बहुत जरूरी होगा ट्रैवल जब करते हैं तो हिंदी भी सीखना पड़ेगा
हाँ, मुझे आंसर्स नहीं चाहिए एक्चुअली आई डोंट नीड आंसर्स बट यू नीड टू ओपन देयर माइंड बच्चों को समझाना चाहिए ये करने से ये सब्जेक्ट पढ़ने से तुम्हारी जिंदगी ऐसे बदलेगी तुम्हारी जिंदगी ऐसे बदलेगी तुम्हारे सोसाइटी में तुम एक डिफरेंट इंडिविजुअल बनोगे तुम ऐसा ये सब्जेक्ट से तुम ऐसे कंट्रीब्यूट कर सकते हो ऐसे ये सब्जेक्ट से तुम ऐसे प्रॉब्लम्स को सॉल्व कर सकते हो if you become the SME of this subject then you can solve real world problems agree this is what you need to tell to the students if you don't open up their mind हमारे community के बच्चे they are like they think छोटा only right they don't think big you need to help them dream big for example I told maybe from 20-30 teachers here do you have the dream of becoming the best teacher in the country
Yes, sir.
now what are you doing to become the best teacher of the country what are the resources you are utilizing how will you become the best teacher of the country unless you don't create the visibility in the society in the nation you need to find the ways to create the visibility for yourself so people can believe that yes she is the best teacher of the country and you need to get the rewards at the same time if you tell I am the best nothing is going to happen until unless you go out and start working towards it and start creating the visibility in the country in the world that's when you will get the rewards that recognition is very important yeah agree okay now let's go to the next one now tell me the purpose of learning now tell me what is learning
to gain knowledge and apply it.
yeah what is the outcome of reading let's talk basics what is the outcome of reading
To gain knowledge.
okay what is the outcome of reading when you read something what do you get
To understand knowledge.
You get information.
Yes.
You get information, right? When you study, what does happen when you study?
We gain information, knowledge.
रीडिंग से इंफॉर्मेशन मिल रहा है, स्टडी से क्या मिलता है? स्टडी से क्या मिलता है? When you read, you get information. When you study, what do you get? Knowledge. There's a difference between reading and studying. पढ़ना तो ऐसे पढ़ ले को जा सकती, right? You understand it or you don't understand, but you're reading, you're getting information. The moment you understand the information, that is what we call as study. घर में क्या बोलते हैं तुम्हें? You are a teacher in the school. What do you tell to the students? Study or read? Students, start studying. Studies. Every time you stress on study. Study का actual मतलब है समझ कर पढ़ो. The comprehension has to be there. Read to understand is called as study. The outcome of study is knowledge. You cannot get knowledge unless you understand what you're reading. Remember that. Okay? Now tell me, what is learning?
Sir, one more thing. If the student can't understand English and if we explain in Urdu, that there are problems, sir. But in our school, many students, they are learning, they can't understand English.
I'll tell you one example. Do you read Quran?
Yes.
Yeah? And if you ask the explanation, okay, the meaning of Quran, if I translate to you in Arabic, do you understand?
No.
You don't understand. Now, ultimately, you are helping them understand in the local language. But you know what is happening? How the mind thinks? Whatever information they come across, they try to translate everything in the regional language.
Just now you told us, sir.
Exactly. They try to translate everything in the regional language. There is a process to study. There is a thing. He's an expert. He teaches languages, other subjects in a very easy manner. He's got the miracle course and thousands of students have benefited. That's why,
Teaching,
I got him.
to use a local language wherever we need to understand the children.
Very true. I mean, see, look at the, we need to understand a lot of factors. Number one, where the students come from, what is their background, what is the environment they are within, and what are their, learning styles, what are the pros, what are the cons, or, positive things, negative. We need to look, as a teacher, you need to look at all the factors before you come to the conclusion. Then you need to devise a step-by-step plan and then start working towards that plan. And then the results will not come instantly. It will take time. एक साल में एक बार एग्जाम होतास नहीं, एक साल पढ़ाती तब भी जाकर एग्जाम होतास ना, एक साल पढ़ाते से तुम्हें I don't know how many hours you teach, right? Then maybe let's do some quick math. 5 days, 5 hours you teach, let's say in a month, can I say 10 hours you teach one subject in a month? Okay, how much?
More than that.
Okay, how many hours? 15 hours? One subject in a month? 20 hours?
25 hours.
Okay, let's take average 20 hours. Okay, in a year you teach how many hours? 200 hours. You teach 200 hours and the same subject the student have to face within 3 hours. 2 घंटे का पढ़ने का 3 hours में उन्हें complete करना है exam. Agree? Right? And you need to prepare. It takes time to change the behavior, change the mindsets, change the attitude. Everything takes time. जब मैं पैदा हुआ था मैं इतना ही था. Now I have grown up so big. It took time. मैं पैदा होते ही अम्मी अबू मंजे मैं बड़ा कर डालो तो is it possible? No, it takes time. Everything takes time and it's a slow and steady process. But you need to consistently keep working towards it. But एक outcome रहना है, एक purpose रहना है आपके teaching का. Without the end goal, without the purpose, you cannot achieve anything. It just becomes the casual, normal routine. You come, you teach, and then you go. That's it. ऐसा नहीं रहना है. You need to be the change makers, right? So that's the kind of a message I really want to give. Now, the purpose of learning is to help the students become the lifelong learners. That's it. Nothing else. Become lifelong learners. In Islam, हमारा दीन भी यही सिखाता है. जो एक्चुअल लर्निंग कहां से शुरू होता है? माँ की गोद से शुरू होता है. लर्निंग कहां से शुरू होता है? माँ के गोद से शुरू होता है. खत्म कहां होते हैं? खबर के गोद में. सही है? No, you have to tell the students to become the lifelong learners. ऐसा नहीं कि एग्जाम लिखे बाद में भूल गए पूरा. No, it doesn't work. We are living in a different world together. आज की दुनिया बदल गई है. We are living in the age of artificial intelligence. We are living in the age of problems. We are living in the age of solutions. We are living in the age of innovation. We are living in the age of communication, collaboration, creativity, critical thinking, problem solving, innovation, and so many other things. Most importantly, learning, because the information is growing very, 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 very fast. In the future, there will be a day where whatever the graduates are learning, that will be outdated within a year. Information is growing super fast, right? And we are not dealing with just humans, we are dealing with the technology here. We are competing with the technology. That's what we are facing, right? And if you don't help the students to become the lifelong learners, and most importantly, lifelong learning के लिए क्या चाहिए? Basic चीज क्या चाहिए? If you want to become the lifelong learner, what is the basic quality you need? Curiosity. You need to be curious. हमेशा curious. The moment you see this, oh wow, very nice. ये कैसा है? I search के को है सो. Okay. The moment you something, you need to start. All right. So उसके बारे में सोचना है, समझना है, research करना है, पढ़ना है, पूछना है, ask questions. The curiosity is the basic quality to become the lifelong learner. If you don't instill that curiosity in the students, then they're not interested at all in anything, right? So that's the purpose of learning. Is learning dynamic in today's world? Is learning dynamic in today's world? Now, what is dynamic?
It's not like before the teacher will teach and they will go and sit down. Now we are using digitalized everything. It's the technology we are using.
Exactly. The way students learn, the way teachers teach is changing every single time. When I was a student, when you were a student, the way you used to learn was different. The way teachers used to teach was different. But in today's world, the students are better than teachers. Hello? Isn't it?
Yes.
Do you agree? Whatever you know, they know more than you. In most of the cases. And it's not only the subject, they know so many things. And if they start talking to you, if they start communicating with you, you'll be like, you'll become a student. Because you get to learn so many new things from them. When I talk to my kids, they tell so many things. I was like, man, seriously? Okay, keep talking. Bolo. Because I get to learn so many things from them. Right? So they are so curious. And they find opportunities to learn, and they are better in using the technology than us. Agree? They are better in using the technology compared to us. We are behind, but they are kids, and give mobile phone, they do magic. Sometimes even I struggle in using some of the things. And my kids, he's just 10 years old, and he does magic. I was like, hey, how did you do this, man? Dad, it's nothing. Done. The students are very, very smart, right? So the nature of learning is changing, the way students learn is changing, and the way teachers teach is changing. The question is, are you changing the way you are teaching? Yeah? So you need to find different ways to engage, teach the students. Yeah? So we will see some of the practical activities. There are two types of learning, passive learning and active learning. Now tell me, what is passive learning? Just listen and यहाँ से सुने यहाँ से छोड़े. ये passive learning, right? Majority of the cases यही होता है. Students they listen and then forget. यहाँ पर ब्लॉक करना है information को तुम्हें. इधर गया तो इधर ब्लॉक हो जाना. तो क्या करना है? You need to think about it. Active learning के लिए हम क्या क्या कर सकते हैं? Quiz, group discussion. What else? Activities, project-based learning, competitions, peer learning, debates. What else? How about teaching? How about teaching? You will agree with this. तुम्हारा सब्जेक्ट तब भी समझ में आता है जब तुम्हें पढ़ाती. In reality, you understand the subject only when you teach, and this happens with everybody.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, this is the activity you need to follow. What you need to do is, you need to tell the students to come and teach. Engage. जितना engage करती उतना अच्छा है. तुम्हें 30 minutes पढ़ाओ काफी है. 10 minutes reserve करो engagement के वास्ते. Now पूछो. So what did you learn? एक point बोलो बेटा. एक point बोलो माँ. Just one point. ज्यादा कुछ नहीं है. अब 20-30 बच्चे रहती, 30 points आ जाती सेम टॉपिक पर, तो वहां पर क्या हो जाता है? रिवीजन हो जाता है, राइट? और वो एक होगा. देन यू स्टार्ट आस्किंग, ओके कम बेटा, राइट, व्हाट डिड यू लर्न? उन्होंने लिखते आकर, तो उनको क्या हुआ? सबके सामने आने का भी एक मौका मिला और लिखने का भी मौका मिला, सबको देखने का भी मौका मिला टुगेदर, राइट? अब क्या लिखे बोलो बेटा, कर बोले तो उन्हें बोलती मैम, तो वहां पर उनका कम्युनिकेशन भी सबके सामने, वो स्टेज फियर भी चले जाता है. स्लोली ग्रेजुअली रिपीटेडली करते रहे तो दूसरे है लिखे बोले, दूसरे है लिखे बोले, तो 10 मिनट्स में ऐसे छोटे छोटे एक्टिविटीज करे तो क्या होता है? उनका पर्सनैलिटी ग्रूम होता है, राइट? ट्रू, कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल इंक्रीज होता है. तुम्हें अप्रिशिएट करना, उन्हें एक पॉइंट बोले वाह वेरी गुड, यू आर पेइंग अटेंशन टू द क्लास, तो पीछे बैठ कर रहता बच्चा, ये क्या रहे, ये पॉइंट बोल रहे, इट्स ओके, बट एटलीस्ट तो कुछ क्यूरियोसिटी बिल्ड होता है उससे. पूछते उन्हें, क्या तो भी बोल रहा है, उन्हें भी हाँ नहीं तो भी उन्हें बोले सच बोलता है. फाइनली एटलीस्ट वो एक पॉइंट तो बोलता है. अगर क्वेश्चन आगा तो वो पॉइंट तो एटलीस्ट लिख सकता है. उन्हें फुल मार्क्स नहीं तो एटलीस्ट आधा मार्क है, 1 मार्क तो मिलता है. फेल होने से अच्छा है तो पास तो होता है. ये एक्टिविटी, छोटे छोटे एक्टिविटीज, व्हेन यू स्टार्ट डूइंग इट, ट्रस्ट मी, मैजिक हैपेंस. द रियल मैजिक हैपेंस एंड यू विल चेंज द वे द स्टूडेंट्स आर लर्निंग. I give one example, but I'm sure you can find different ways of engaging the students, and the real outcome begins. Okay, the active learning really matters, and in order to create that active learning atmosphere, first you need to be active. मैं first time आपको मैं ऐसा बात करा वैसा रहे तो कैरिज करते नहीं. You need to be active. You need to be energetic. Always. Yes. How you behave, how you interact, how you communicate, and please remember to appreciate. अगर कोई मिस्टेक कर तो सबके सामने तुम्हें उसे बोलने की जरूरत नहीं. पर्सनली बुलाओ तो बोला बेटा बेटी ऐसा करे, तुम्हें करो ना. सबके सामने बोले तो बहुत डिस्टर्ब हो जाता है बच्चा. सेल्फ रिस्पेक्ट रहता है, डिमोटिवेट हो जाता है, राइट? सो जो भी तुम्हें अगर फीडबैक देना है, उनको गाइड करना है, कोचिंग करना है, तो सेपरेटली बुलाओ, तो बिठाकर समझो. अप्रिशिएट करना है सबके सामने करो. छोटा काम भी उन्हें 2+2 4 लिख डाला तो भी वाह वेरी गुड मैन, हालांकि उसे कॉन्फिडेंस होता है. अरे मैथमेटिक्स में कर सकता हूँ भाई, मैं काउंट कर डाले आज. अप्रिशिएट क्या चाहता भाई? वेरी सिंपल, वेरी गुड जॉब, ऐसा मारो, गुड जॉब, यू डिड ग्रेट. आज 25 मार्क्स को उन्हें 10 मार्क्स लाया, उसे बोलो मैन यू स्कोर 10, वेरी गुड, आई एम श्योर दैट यू कैन डू बेटर, यू कैन डू इट, आई एम श्योर. खाली वो कॉन्फिडेंस दियो तुम्हें बच्चे को. सी हाउ थिंग्स चेंज. खाली तुम्हें सोच बदलना. सो जब सोच बदलचे जज्बात बदलती. जब तुम्हें सोच बदलती क्या बदलता है? जज्बात बदलती. जब जज्बात बदलती तो एक्शंस बदलती. जब एक्शंस बदलती तो क्या होता है? रिजल्ट्स बदलती, राइट? सोच, जज्बात, एक्शंस, फाइनली रिजल्ट्स विल चेंज. तो सोच अच्छी डालो, फाइनल आउटकम जो है अच्छा रहता है. जब सोच में कुछ बिगाड़ आ गई, सोच में तुम्हें प्रॉब्लम क्रिएट कर डाले, तो रिजल्ट भी खराब आता है. सो यू आर द रिजल्ट जनरेटर्स.
Input is equal to output.
Yeah, for every action there is equal and opposite reaction. जैसा तुम्हें इनपुट डालती वैसा तुम ना आउटपुट मिलता है, राइट? तो जरा स्मार्ट बच्चे भी रहती, उन्होंने तुम्हें क्या करे तो भी उन्होंने करने का करती, राइट? बट अल्टीमेटली स्लोली ग्रेजुअली इट टेक्स टाइम, लाइक अ टॉर्टोइस, अल्टीमेटली विन तो होती तुम्हें. या सो दैट्स वन थिंग. Some practical tips. I think I had another session. I will not do that because Arshad is also waiting. I will pass it on to him after this. Some of the practical tips. Incorporate micro learning. तो micro learning क्या बोले हमें? छोटे छोटे एक्टिविटीज करती है ना. तो देखो यहाँ 20+ टीचर्स हैं, सबके पास एक एक क्या कर रही हैं तुम्हें क्लास में पूछ लो, डिस्कस कर लो. क्या कर रही तुम्हें, तुम्हें क्या कर रही है एंगेज करने के वास्ते, क्या एक्टिविटी कर रही, तुम्हें क्या कर रही, तुम्हें क्या कर रही, तुम्हें क्या कर रही, सेम चीज तुम्हें क्या करना, 20 एक्टिविटीज आ गई तुम्हें, वो अप्लाई करो एवरी सिंगल डे एक एक्टिविटी। तो देखो उनका ऑब्जर्वेशन तुम्हें ऑब्जर्व करना है, ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड, ट्राई टू ऑब्जर्व एंड देन सी एवरीथिंग चेंजेस। 10 मिनट में यू कैन डू वंडर्स। 30 मिनट्स पढ़ाई तुम्हें, 40 मिनट्स का पीरियड रहता है, 30 मिनट्स पढ़ाई टॉपिक, उसके बाद में स्टार्ट इंटरेक्शन, कम्युनिकेशन, कोलैबोरेशन, टीम वर्क, राइट, देन क्रिएटिवली थिंक कर दी, और इट विल बी वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग सेशन। थोड़ा हंसी मजाक भी होता है, थोड़ा डिफरेंट बोलाती इट विल बी नाइस, बट एटलीस्ट सुनती सभी, सुने क्या होता है, इंफॉर्मेशन इज हैपनिंग हियर, इज स्टोर होते रहता है, राइट। सो दैट्स वन थिंग। देन गेमिफाई लर्निंग, तो एक मैम बोले वो गेम हिसाब से भी तुम्हें कर सकती, राइट। सो यू थिंक हाउ यू कैन गेमिफाई द लर्निंग प्रोसेस,
एजुकेशनल गेम्स,
मतलब प्रैक्टिकल एक्टिविटीज कर सकती तुम्हें, राइट। तो उसके हिसाब से तुम्हें सोचना कि क्या कर सकती तुम्हें, राइट। देन ब्लेंड टेक्नोलॉजी विथ पेडागोजी, तो स्टार्ट यूटिलाइजिंग द टेक्नोलॉजी। आपके पास तो मोबाइल फोन रहता है, राइट। देयर इज वन ब्यूटीफुल एप्लीकेशन, मे बी यू कैन स्टार्ट यूजिंग इट, इट इज कॉल्ड एज चैट जीपीटी। चैट जीपीटी, वो एप्लीकेशन इंस्टॉल कर लियो, राइट। तो ओपन करो एप्लीकेशन, स्टूडेंट को दियो, क्या मैं डाउट, ओके डाउट इसे पूछो, मकर को बोलो, राइट। तो माइक्रोफोन ऑन करो, आस्क द क्वेश्चन, वो ना पूछती दिस करो, तो फटाफट आंसर आता है, ओ वाओ, ओके नाउ रीड आउट लाउडली करो, पढ़ती हो ना, तो तुम्हें बोल सकती, यस यू कैन आल्सो इंस्टॉल चैट जीपीटी एंड आस्क एनीथिंग एंड एवरीथिंग। इट्स अ ब्यूटीफुल टेक्नोलॉजी, आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस ओरिएंटेड, इट्स अ वेरी ब्यूटीफुल, वेरी यूजफुल टेक्नोलॉजी। तुम्हें भी यूज करना स्टार्ट करो एंड यू विल सी द डिफरेंस इन द वे यू टीच, राइट। Then, ma'am, you mentioned about the peer teaching, peer groups, right? So I was referring to the teaching. एक topic हुआ, तो बोलो, did you understand, ma? Okay, come. Now tell, teach them. नहीं ma'am, who is ready? जो भी ready है थी दियो, appreciate करो, very good job, very good. तो जाती हूँ ना, next, come, teach. क्या भी नहीं, 1 minute, 10 minutes में 10 बच्चे आगे बोल डाले, तो एक डिफरेंट एटमॉस्फेयर क्रिएट होगा, डिफरेंट माहौल क्रिएट होगा क्लासरूम में, राइट। सो इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। नाउ फोकस ऑन रिफ्लेक्शन, एज ए टीचर यू नीड टू फोकस ऑन द रिएक्शंस, द रिफ्लेक्शन ऑफ द स्टूडेंट, कैसा उन्होंने ग्रास्प कर रही, कहाँ उन्होंने इंटरेस्टेड दिख रही, कहाँ उनको बोर हो रहा है, कैसा हो रहा है, क्या हो रहा है, ये खाली तुम्हें देख, खाली ऑब्जर्व करते रहना, से कीप ऑब्जर्विंग, राइट, समझ में आ जाता है। Then start pulling them slowly, gradually. तुम्हें पूरा साल ये करते रहते हो, पूरी क्लास रेडी हो जाते। When you do this every single day, every entire year, the way they learn will change forever. Small activity, it will change the way they learn forever. And inshallah, you will become the best teacher in the classroom, and everyone will love you, and everyone will say, हमारे टीचर का तो ऐसे रहना, and you will become the best teacher forever in their life, right? Yeah. Oh, all right. So with this, thank you so much everyone for joining today, and I truly appreciate your valuable time. I know you also have to attend one of the